Biology, Part 221. In 1848, a single specimen of the previously unrecorded black or melanic form of the moth was captured near Manchester. The black form appears to have been better camouflaged against the soot-blackened trees in industrial areas and spread rapidly until by 1895, 98% of the population of the Piston Betullaria in the Manchester area were black. This phenomenon, called the industrial melanism, affects several other species of moths and is now common in industrial areas, in rural areas affected by pollution. It has been investigated over many years by H.B.D. Cattlewell and his co-worker. By breeding experiments, it was discovered that the melanic phenotype was controlled by a dominant mutant gene. To investigate the role of the natural selection in the spread of the gene, it was necessary to identify the predators involved and to show that they were selective in taking the moths which were less well camouflaged. Cattlewell built up a large stock of the moths and carried out a series of experiments comparing results from the unpolluted rural woodland Dean End Wood, Dorset, with those from the heavily polluted woodland of Roebury, Birmingham. In both locations, equal number of normal and melanic moths were released onto the trees' trunks, where they could be observed from the heights. Birds hunting by sight, including robins, song-bee thrushes, and the other insectivorous species, and they are preyed on the moths. In the rural situation, the melanic moths appear conspicuous to the human eye, while the normal moths were very difficult to see. The birds captured a total of 190 moths, of which 164 were melanic and only 26 normal. A striking difference, giving a normal moths a clear survival advantage. On the other hand, the industrial woodland, it is the normal moths which appear conspicuous. Here the survival advantage is reversed and the best producers take a high proportion of the normal moths. In other experiments, Cattlewell released large numbers of males of both color varieties marked on the underside with a door of cellulose paint for the identification. Surviving moths were recaptured on the subsequent nights using the mercury vapor light traps and traps containing newly emerged virgin female, which release a scent or pheromone strongly attractive to males. The proportion of moths recaptured are summarized in the table, as you can use a large proportion of moth were recaptured from the industrial site, possibly due to a more efficient arrangement of the traps. However, in both locations, approximately twice as many of the better camouflaged variety were recaptured, confirming their survival advantage. All these results provide a convincing explanation based on natural selection for the observed frequencies of normal and melanic moths in the natural population of these areas. Dorset normal 94.6%, melanic 5 to 4%, Birmingham 10.1%, melanic 89.9%. Interestingly, there is evidence that the number of melanic moths in industrial areas have declined slightly since legislation was produced in 1956 and 1964 to restrict atmospheric pollution.